How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to be talking about the updates that we got from the devs when it comes to version 1.1, when it comes to all the future updates as well. And I'm very excited to read what we're going to be getting. Of course, they dropped this a little while back, so I am a little late to this, but I cannot wait to go over a lot of these things when it comes to what it means, how much it's going to impact us, or how great of a feature it's going to be when it gets added to the game. Before we get to all that, make sure you like, comment, sub, all the different type of stuff, and let me know what's your favorite feature in this if you've already seen this already, or overall, let me know how your yuan pools went, because man, I got lucky with mine. I won both my 50-50, so I'm happy where that went. Took me to max 50, but I'm not gonna mind if I win my 50-50s. Going ahead and talking about our first update going into the game, one of them being in terms of narrative experience. In the latest story missions of version 1.1, for the first time, you'll be able to interact with new REHOO neighborhoods and fight through levels to advance the story's progress from the perspective of the mission's protagonist. So basically what this one is saying is that if we're, let's say, talking about the Victoria Housekeeping Company, and for some reason we need to look over what Lycan is doing, we're probably going to be playing with Lycan and moving throughout the world with Lycan. So that's probably going to be really cool to have. And I think later down the line, which I did skim through it a long time ago when this initially came out, but they did say that we were going to be able to walk around with units that we own. So I cannot wait for that. I'll be with Ambi 100% of the time when it comes to walking throughout the world. So that's going to be a really cool thing. The second thing is going to be that we are getting a manual chain attack mode, and we're going to have the ability to cancel chain attacks as well, which this has been something I've been asking for such a long time. And it was a feature beforehand called manual mode in the previous betas, where we were able to choose when exactly we were able to do this. And the way they did this was that either you held down the button you were trying to chain attack with, when it comes to the skill, the basic attacks, anything like that, you held it down, that would launch the chain attack. If you didn't hold it down, let's say you use your skill, instead of it auto triggering, it would just use the skill and that's it. Nothing will happen until you trigger it yourself. So I'm very glad that they're doing this, because not only this allows for more creativity, but it also stops us from wasting DPS time when it comes to certain bosses, because a lot of the later Hollow Zero missions, especially when you start ramping up the difficulty, they deplete that meter fast, so you don't get that multiplier as much as possible, and getting to the point where you're using these chain attacks take up so much time that you get no time to DPS. So it's a really good thing that they're adding not only a manual mode, but also cancel the chain attack as well. So I'm very glad that they're looking into things like that. That is a really good thing for us. The next thing is going to be in terms of combat. We have added a series of challenging combat missions and game modes that will be continuously updated. Oh shoot, okay. So we're getting a brand new end game mode. I'm very excited with that, especially since they said they're going to be continuously updating it, and it's going to be challenging combat missions and game modes. So I'm not assuming that they're putting TVs in this one as well. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to be doing with this. They've been absolutely killing it with all the updates they've been adding already, and all the events with how it's combat oriented and everything else. These are really good things for them to have. The next one is going to be in Shield Defense. We have improved the display of enemies' attribute resistances, making it easier for you to select suitable agents for each challenge. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good quality of life thing for it. I thought they were pretty already, I guess you say, good in terms of specifying what you need to bring in, but it's a really good thing that they're making it a little bit easier to know. The next thing is going to be after unlocking a new agent, the internet avatar of that agent will be automatically unlocked. Let's go. I didn't really like the icons that they gave us before, the agent ones they gave us before in regards to the profile picture. So I'm glad that they're giving us ones based on the characters we own. So again, Ambi will be on my profile. And the next thing is going to be the battle menu interface on mobile devices. Will allow you to customize certain UI buttons with the preset plan, so you can choose the options that best suit your playstyle. Overall, really good. I thought they were going to say that you can overall just choose wherever the buttons go, because I know in some games they have it where you can size them up differently, you can place them in any way or on the screen. That's what they're going to do, but it looks like they're going to give you a couple of different presets to be able to select through when it comes to playing on mobile. Me personally, because I've been playing mobile for a good amount of time while I was gone, I ended up playing mobile quite a bit on Zenless, and it feels really smooth. So I wonder what they're going to be implementing to make it feel a little bit smoother, but I overall liked it as is. The next thing is going to be in version 1.2. So we already have a timeline for what's going to come in the next two patches. The next thing is going to be for completed story commissions and exploration commissions with uncollected rewards. We'll be adding a Fairy assistance feature. Once you meet certain requirements, you can hand over these missions to Fairy and receive all the uncollected commission rewards after a certain amount of time. Oh wow, that's actually really cool. So either this tells you exactly where some of the challenge nodes are, or the little, you know, the yellow balls that are around the map. I'm assuming that's what it is, and possibly other things like Denny's and resources that are probably on that stage that you probably didn't collect. I think this is a really good thing to add in regards to a lot of people just skipped forward and trying to get these missions done as fast as possible. or maybe they don't have all the challenges and they don't feel like going to get them. I think it's a really cool thing to add for quality of life reasons when it comes to that. The second one is going to be, while exploring the monitor array, I'm assuming this is the TV system itself, the automatic accelerated playback when enabled will not be interrupted by other events. Additionally, the animation playback speed for some events will be increased, providing a smoother gaming experience. So what it seems like, they're going to make sure when we're on 2x mode, it's on 2x mode. It's not going to stop it for anything in regards to the story. It's going to be basically at that speed all the time. And only that, it seems like they're going to be making things a little bit faster, so that when we're trying to get things done, we can go ahead and get it done, and we don't have to wait a little bit for loading or anything in regards to some type of waiting time when it comes to these TVs. So that's a really good thing. Number 3 is going to be a preset lineup feature will be added. You'll have to choose whether to include Bamboo in your lineup for battle commissions. The lineup controls before the shield defense will also be optimized. So they're finally giving us a team section. I'm guessing that's what it means, where you can have, let's say, your ice team ready with your ice Bamboo. When you go into shield defense or Hollow Zero, you can pick ice team and it pops all of them in the order that you put them in. Same thing with, let's say, the ether team. You have the ice team, the ether team, and it lets you pick between each or. So you don't have to keep on picking between each team and trying to figure out, okay, I have this character on this side, this character on this side, let me go ahead and switch them out. No, you go ahead, ice team, ether team, done. I think that's a really good thing if that's what it means. So it's overall a really good quality of life feature that they're bringing in. It seems like they're absolutely killing it with all these updates coming in. The entrance location for the agent training will be adjusted. Repeated combat stages will be added, making it easier to access training and familiarize yourself with agent specific controls. So they're going to be adding a little bit more tutorials into the game and changing the location of the agent training, which I think is a pretty good spot in all honesty. But if they make it a little bit easier, that's a pretty good thing. What they might do actually is allow you to just go in it through the pause menu, where they did it in the last betas, I think, if I'm not wrong. So it seems like that might be where they're going to be using the VR training, so that you don't have to go specifically to the house and then go into the VR trials and go in there that way. I think they might do them through the pause menu, so that might not be that bad. Going to the next one, after reaching a certain internet level, a feature that allows you to freely change the time will be unlocked, making it convenient to adjust the in-game time. Overall, really good thing that's going to help with trust commissions, that's going to be able to help with side quests for a lot of people that are trying to get through the days and waste a little bit of stamina just to get to the next portion of the day. I think it's overall a really good thing to bring out for the end game portion of the game. This is a really good thing to bring. Based on the feedback, we optimized the background brightness in some commissions. Okay, I didn't see this as a problem, but it's a cool thing that they're addressing some things that a lot of people are asking for. Now to talk about the things that we are going to get after a couple versions down the line. So this is after version 1.2. First thing is going to be, currently you can only control Wise or Bill in the city instead of other agents you have obtained. And then later in a special program later down the line, we will be able to probably be able to use the agents we have, which is a really cool thing. I'm super glad they added that. To be honest, I did not mind it in my honest opinion, but I can understand why people would want to be able to see who they picked out when they're not in combat and be able to walk around, let's say with Nicole or Nekomata or maybe Ellen or Julian. I can understand that in all honesty. So the fact that they're finally giving us the option to use that if we want to, I'm 100% going to use it now that we have it. Of course, I wasn't asking for it at first, but if we get it, I'm using it, and I'm using Ambi. That's a really cool thing that they're adding this. The second thing is going to be, we will be continuously improving the models for some agents to provide proxies with improved visual experience. I'm assuming because they're going to be adding some crazy stuff down the line that they're going to be needing to do this. And I overall think the design choices and the way these characters look in ZZ look absolutely amazing. So I cannot wait to see what they're going to be improving on that. And the last thing is going to be, we will continue optimizing the interface interaction experience and combat interface UI. All proxies are welcome to explore the game further and let us know about your suggestions. So of course, they send out those feedback surveys. If they send back surveys, make sure to go fill them in what you think are necessary. I do think from going from the betas up into the live game, I do think they've changed quite a bit, and it's a really good thing that they've done so when giving us an anomaly build-up bar, because we previously didn't have that. I think overall the life bars, the days meter, anomaly build-up is all perfect in my honest opinion. So whatever they add to make it a little bit easier, whatever they add to make it look nicer is well welcome for me. But overall, this is just an absolutely amazing amount of updates that we are going to be getting, and no less than a couple patches away. From 1.1, we have all this coming into the game. 1.2 even more so, and they have the more things down the line after 1.2 into 1.3, 1.4, everything else. I see them taking very much care of Zenless Zone Zero, and the fact that they're listening to a lot of different feedback when it comes to the combat, the UI, the overall experience. they're not looking at just one aspect, and they're not just ignoring everything that we're saying. Everything that's being said, they're working on it. When it comes to overworld experience, how a lot of people wanted to be able to use their own agents. When it comes to the combat UI, they're helping out mobile players, they're helping out the UI in total. And same thing with quality of life when it comes to the TV mode and making our own teams presetly, so we don't have to keep on putting down each slot for each character and then the bang boo. No, we can just do the team at once, then pop the team into another mode, which I'm so glad that they're adding, because I really don't want to keep adding the teams one by one and going into the bang boo. A little bit of an annoying process in my honest opinion. So the fact that they're addressing it so early, I'm 100% happy with that. I've been really enjoying ZZZ when it comes to all that they've been doing, and this is just gonna make it a little bit better. I cannot wait to see what the version 1.1, 1.2 characters are going to look like when it comes to how strong they're gonna be, what they're gonna be able to allow other characters to do in the game. Overall, really good stuff coming into the game, and I cannot wait. But other than that, that's gonna be it for this video. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the video. See y'all guys in the next one. Peace.